Welcome everyone to Arts Class and Everything in Between. I am your host Eileen, aka Eileen the Little Crafter. Additional information about this podcast and my Little Crafter show, which is on YouTube, can be found on my website eileenlittlecrafter.com. Alrighty guys, so I have a couple announcements, I think maybe about 5 or 6. First off, Mixed Media Monday is late this week. I just have not been feeling all that great. I went to go try work on stuff over the weekend, but I just wasn't feeling 100%. So I just decided that I tried working on some of it, and by the time I finished, I got upstairs and dealing with the teen, as I call him now. I went to go sit down and start, writing, the blog post and all that other stuff, and start editing the video, because I had to do it in 2 parts. I think maybe in 3 parts. I don't know at this point. But moving right along. So Mixed Media Monday, I'm going to be putting it, this particular episode, I'm going to put it on Wednesday. And so if you guys are looking forward to that, you guys can head over to my website and check that out. I will definitely be putting that up on Wednesday. The other thing is, it's just that I would like to wish my sister Lorraine happy birthday. I forgot to wish her a happy birthday last episode. It was on Thursday. Since I do my podcast on Thursdays, used to do my podcast on Thursdays, I was going to wish her a happy birthday then, but then I was like, oh wait, oops. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this Tuesday thing. Maybe wishing people a happy birthday ahead of time and stuff like that. Even though I do call or write something on their wall. But, I just, anyways, so, that is the other thing, and I hope that you had an awesome birthday. The other thing is, I would like to wish my hubby, David San Jose, happy birthday, honey, and many, many more. His birthday is on Wednesday. So, happy birthday, I love you, and I hope that we can try and make your day fabulous. It kind of reminds me of the "You're fabulous" for the Phineas and Ferb. Yes, I watched Phineas and Ferb. I had a kid. What do you expect? I probably would have watched it even if I didn't. Not for nothing. That was one of the shows that I think anybody could have watched and got away with it, because it had something for everybody. Like, seriously, some of the references just, were like, yeah, okay. Some of it. I mean, it wasn't too bad, like some other, cartoons that I've seen that I think, oh, really? Don't go there. Or maybe even some people say that the Warner Brothers were really, I mean, I get some of the references, because due to the fact that, not due to the fact, but, due to the, history class, and then you're like, oh yeah, it was that around that time, and or, things like that. So you kind of got the reference of that. And other shows that, like, the history shows and stuff like that. And I hate when these things slide. Sorry about that if you guys are hearing the noise from my headset. I like to have one ear uncovered, so that I can be able to hear myself, because I feel like I'm always screaming when I have both ears covered. I just anyways, I just feel uncomfortable, so I figured, anyways, and it slips from every now and again, and it becomes a little uncomfortable. So I would like to wish David a happy birthday. I wish Lorraine a happy birthday. Talk to you guys about Mixed Media Monday. And now, my next obsession interview that I'm trying to get. So, as you know, the new trend, it's been, I think, since like last year. I don't know exactly when it happened last year, but, or the year before last, I don't know. Anyways, I see the trends, but I really don't pay attention, and maybe I should start paying attention to so that I could be a little bit more informative. Um, oh boy. So, anyways, uh, planners have made a huge comeback, and I've seen a lot of people do make their own little inserts, make their own little pins, anything that basically some people are doing like DIY planners, which is awesome. Some people use the products that the scrapbook companies or new companies that are coming out that are planet related, or have been around, I guess, maybe for a while, and now they're just in, I guess, hip or trendy or in demand right now. So anyway, so like I said, planners are uh, coming around. They're making this huge splash. Have been making a huge splash. I don't know if it's dying down. I don't really know. But in any case, what I was saying was that I would like to interview someone who has been planning for a while or is a newbie. That would be awesome as well. Someone who is a store owner. If you own your own planner store, whether it's digital inserts for planners, making physical objects like the cute little pins, anything, like you have your own little shop for planners. Um, like I said, so anyone who is crazy about planners and would love to share their passion about planning and stuff like that. Normally, I like to do it kind of like on the fly, like you and I are just having this cool conversation. But some people are intimidated by that. So if you guys want questions sent to you ahead of time, I can always do that. If your schedule, you would like to do the interview and the schedule doesn't meet up, or you really don't have time, but you would like to try and, answer some questions, that'd be awesome. I could just read the answers over, over the podcast one day. That's not, uncommon or not, that's also awesomely cool of you to take the time to do that. So that would be acceptable as well. We can do the interview over a telephone call or a Skype call. So that is just some details. So if you guys are interested, you can leave me some comments down below. Let me know that you're interested, or you can always email me. My email address is Eileen at EileenTheCrafter.com. Or you can always head on over to my website. It has like a little section that says contact me. And so anything else? I'm thinking anywhere else. You can always, if you guys are following me on social media, you can always give me a little, private message, or just, say, hey, guess what, whatever. I like to do the interview. Yeah. So that is the gist of it. I'm really excited. I think I have a few things lined up already. But I'm thinking about what would be my next interview thing. I would like to interview, I think, either try and get some photography people on the show. Also maybe mixed media folks, people who really love to do mixed media. So yeah. So anyways, oh my goodness, coffee. I never bought a coffee because you happen to the flavor mocha. Well, I had bought something recently, and it had mocha. I'm not going to tell you the brand because I don't know if I can get sued or something like that, but I got a mocha coffee. I was like, pretty excited. I handed it over to David. I'm like, please. He's like, yeah, sure. And I don't know. I'm not loving it. It's all right. It's just I'm kind of disappointed, you know. So I guess that's my, you know, my little tale of woes. I'm just happy, like I said, the Keurig does make a Bustelo cup. I'm a huge Bustelo fan. Uh, I like the espresso one. I don't like the regular one that much. I deal with it because, you know, my local bodega or corner store has it. So I'm excited that at least he has that. Um, but it's not as strong as the Bustelo. I just kind of feel like something missing. The extra caffeine, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've seen when I posted the picture that I was really excited. I've had some coffee companies reach out to me. Oh, have you tried this one? You may like this. So that was really cool of them. So thank you for those companies that reached out to me. I'm definitely gonna order some because they were kind enough to say, hey, you know, I mean, I know they're in the business of trying to sell, but I just feel that it's pretty cool that they actually took the time, and you know, saw maybe a good opportunity. And if I reach out to them and you know buy some, I will definitely let you know what brands I've been liking because it's been a couple of companies. So and they reached out to me in terms of like, oh, just try their product. So definitely, I would have to buy it with my own money, and then I will give you guys the heads up because I know there's some coffee connoisseurs out there, and if you guys have some brands that you think that I will love, please, please, please. I have a Keurig, so K cups are awesome. So yeah, so like I was saying, I I really appreciate that. Another cool thing is that I have been posting a lot of food pics. um, just you know, because I'm a kind of yeah, no, I am a foodie. I love food. I gotta get back into something, but I'll explain that later. Um, and it's really I don't know. It just I find it so cool and exciting when David cooks for me, and I know that probably sounds really weird, but he uh he cooks, you know, during the weekends, and he he cooks really good. I just you know I kind of feel intimidated by his cooking. I'm like, dang, you cook better than me. He's like, no, no, no. I just you know it's kind of funny because he and I we like to cook. We like to try and cook together. And if I don't, I mean. If I'm not up to cooking something, you know, because I'm not feeling well, my back is out, which yes, I do have a lot of back problems, so hence me trying to lose the weight. Um, but you know, I've been posting a lot of his pictures and stuff like that, and because it's really good, and I don't know, want to show him how much I appreciate it and stuff like that, and just how special I feel. And I get a lot of comments, like it's just crazy. And then it's like people on Twitter are like, "Oh, is your husband a cook?" And I'm like, "No, he just likes to cook." It's kind of funny. It's really weird, and I don't think that it's spamming. I think that it's just asking questions or compliments or stuff like that. But I also have gotten a lot of people from different companies. Well, not companies, restaurants that are here in the city that have been asking, hey, you know, whenever you're in the neighborhood, which is also cool as well. I find that, you know, really cool. Um, and so if you guys hear me, you know, giving you guys recommendations, again, it's not because they paid me or I'm just going over there just out of curiosity. And there's this one place that I'm like, yeah, I'm maybe going there very soon. But I'm gonna keep that under wraps. So I'm really excited about that. Don't know how soon. So it's been pretty cool. I haven't gotten a lot of spam except on Snapchat. I just get the regular every now and again the other stupid spam that you get. other than that, it's just been, pretty quiet in the department of spamming. Um, I think Instagram, and the other, Twitter and all of them do a really great job in terms of, withholding spam. So I think they do much better than like Yahoo, because Yahoo gets a lot of spam. But anyways, so that's, I guess, is part of the life update. So looking forward to that. um, so, like I said, I've been working on ideas for the show, kind of keeping myself a list and thinking about, what I want to do. I had originally planned on doing another show, but then I want to change directions on that show. I think that I kind of want somebody else to be on the show with me while while I'm doing it, because I think that it would just be a lot, funner, I guess, or you know, I don't know, or I'm kind of tossing around an idea in my head, um, so I think that it would be nicer or cooler or funner if I had somebody else on the program. Uh, I just I don't know, or maybe I might not do it at all, or just do it originally as I planned. So, I already have, what episodes do I have already? What I've been watching on TV. Um, I'm working on, like I said, the interview for the planners. Um, I'm going to start working on the video for the mixed media stuff. Um, and gotta work on some cards, birthday cards. Ugh. Just, it's because it's been a really crazy week. I have not had any real motivation to do anything. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have not had any motivation to do squat. Nada. Zilch. Zero. I have just been a real couch potato. I don't know. It's just been really, really insane. For 2 weeks, we had my son home. 1 week was because he definitely did not. I mean, every day was really a struggle to get him up and ready. It was just so painful to watch and painful to do. Um, and it was physically and mentally draining. They keep telling us that it's hormonal. They keep telling us that it's, yeah, just basically him just being defiant because it's hormonal changes going through him. But, I think it's the transition. I think that he's not doing very well with transitioning. He does not do very well with the noise, so we definitely have to think about getting different headsets. So prior to the first week, which we had to keep him home for, because it was just too much. We David and I sat down and we chatted about it, and then the week after that was midwinter recess break, and so he was home for that, and then Monday was World War III for Hell on Wheels, and if anybody considers that a curse, I'm sorry. Like I normally say, Hockey 6. It was just something where it was not pleasant, and I just kept on thinking, oh my goodness, how are we gonna get through this? How are we gonna get through this? So I have to say that David was like the man, the superhero, wow, just amazing. Um, so anyway, so like I was saying, David was just he actually did everything, because last night I got sick. I got sick in the middle of the night. I don't know if it was the stress or just that, just something happening. Or like you females know, that time of the month. I got sick and just wasn't feeling well. He was up at 3. And David was asleep. Des was awake. And it was like 3 something in the morning. I was awake, having a like little chat with him, and he was starting to get loud. It was just not cool at 3 in the morning. It's so weird because as an infant and as a toddler, I don't remember having that many issues except for the night terrors. Him waking up every now and again with the night terrors, or some sort, just waking up in the middle of the night crying, and us taking a while to get him to fall back to sleep. But yeah, it just, he was the typical good baby. But then when you look at or read about the what a typical child on autism or on the spectrum, about their developmental, they are good babies. They don't cry a lot. They don't do this. They don't do that. I don't remember having the terrible twos except for getting him to try and be on the scale of a 2-year-old in terms of, doing things that a 2-year-old is supposed to be doing, talking, walking. Well, before 2, he was walking, just using a zippy cup, trying to become more independent, I guess, developmental growth wise, and talking and all that other stuff. And yeah, a zippy cup was flung. He did not like them things. Ugh. He did say no. He was like, no. I could laugh at that now, but I think I laughed about it then because I never saw him so mad. So it was like, I just started laughing. Like, I didn't know what to say to him. I was like, whoa, dude. So it was pretty interesting. When I later on I realized what it was and how it was and stuff like that. Now I kind of feel like we're going through the terrible teens. And it's so weird because I understand that some of it could be hormonal. He doesn't like to talk about his day. And I know that there was this really good article that I read about don't just tell your kid, oh, how was school? Or ask your kid just, how was school? Like, get really, kind of, oh, who did you see? What class did you take? What was your favorite part about it? What was your favorite part about, which classes did you have today? And something like that. And I tried to remember, I think it was like 5 questions, more or less. And I've tried to do that with him, and he says nothing. I can't remember. No. One day I asked him, I said, do you want to talk about your day? And he flat out told me no. So he said, no, I don't want to talk about, no, thank you. I don't want to talk about my day. Or was it no? No, sometimes he does say no, thank you. Or, no, I don't want to talk about my day. Like, why not? No, thank you. That's the response that I get. So I kind of understand that a little bit is hormonal, and I understand that, but it's just, oh my goodness. So again, we're thinking about homeschooling, having somebody come in. We also have to get additional help for him, so we're working on that. And it's just been a real interesting I don't know. I don't want to say it like in a negative way, but it's just been a real interesting struggle. It's just been actually it's been awkward to have a teenager when they're 13. Can't believe it. It's just weird. 13. Having to and everything's YouTube. Even on the weekends, any any of his favorite places he doesn't want to go to at all. And oops, I dropped something. I'm always dropping something. So yeah, so sorry if you guys hear that noise in the background. So it is a little bit of a damper. It is a little bit of a damper on things, that you want to do something, but you can't because, as a family, you really can't. But, one day at a time, one day at a time. Let's see. What in terms that I like to talk about? Any challenges going on? No, nothing for me. I do know that they're having some sort of, I think it's a Slim Challenge, Avocare Slim Challenge. I don't know. I don't do a lot of the challenges. I only do the big 24-day challenge or the maintenance challenges. I don't normally do like the Slim Challenge. I don't normally do, they have a couple. The reason why I don't do those is because apparently the exercise that they do, I'm worried, about my back. I just, I have to be really careful with that, and one day I probably will. Maybe one day. I just don't do them because of the back issue. But other than that, it's been all right. In terms of weight, things have been kind of yo-yo-y. Not surprising. It's just been, the stress, the hormones, things like that. So hopefully, this is the week that things get a little bit normal and I can start, being able to make a better schedule for myself. I did start off trying to do something, and I said in the beginning of the podcast that I was going to talk to you guys about this. And David has been doing something called the keto diet, or the ketogenic diet, and he made this pizza, and I tagged keto. I think something like that. This pizza. It's called the Fathead Pizza. Mark Bell gave the recipe for it, and I believe that he follows that diet. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I'm kind of a fan of Mark Bell. I kind of admire his his drive, his ambition, his creativity, and I think that he's pretty funny. I don't think that it's just like some guys you can tell that they trying to be overly funny and overly nice. I kind of see that as him being just him. It's kind of a weird term that he uses for himself. He calls himself the millionaire meathead. But I think that he is someone that, that motivationally that could, drive someone, to do, whatever it is that they want to do, and that he provides products that will help, as not only for them, but for himself as well, which I think is really clever. Someone actually, saying, hey, I wish this was on the market, and going out and making it, and, making money off of it. And I think that it's really cool, that he sees, if I need this and somebody else needs this, and this would help somebody. And, since I'm kind of using myself as a guinea pig, I think that's really cool, and having, the support of all your friends and family behind you, is really, really nice. So, kudos to him and, his friends and family that are with him. I think that's really, really awesome. My husband had bought the sling blades, I think sling blades or sling, something for the knees. I'm so sorry. For him to work out, and he said that they really worked, for him. So that's pretty awesome. I tried the diet for a little bit, but then I had to stop. It just wasn't. I don't know. I guess my mind wasn't focused. I guess like the stress and just trying to figure things out for myself. I may get back to it. I definitely following someone who is on the keto diet, and I see her stuff, and I'm like, wow, and I see that she's working out, and it motivated me. So thank you for that. Maybe I should have her one day on the podcast. It just, I've just been really, really inspired by her. And I kind of been making some meals, which are kind of, I don't know if they're keto friendly, but so one day I'm making dinner, and I just been like, we haven't been really following it, and one day I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do something, to motivate him, because I know that when I'm on my challenge, he buys everything that I need in terms of, you know, low carb, low to no carb. I can't have this, I can't have that for this amount of days, or I can't have this, for the whole challenge, so please don't buy it. He just, he gets that. And I kind of been not so buying so keto friendly items for myself and eating it in front of him, so I apologize for that. But he's done the same thing too, and I just look at him like, I want to kill you right now. But it's been all right. So anyways, moving right along. So one of the recipes that I made, I like to make meatloaf, and meatloaf is pretty. And you're like, I don't think that's keto friendly. Well, I don't add breadcrumbs to it. I never add breadcrumbs to my meatloaf. I do every now and again. I like to add the breadcrumbs with Italian season. I find that it tastes better every now and again. So, so what I did was and this is hilarious. You guys are gonna laugh at me. I burnt some of the bacon, so I try to put some chipotle, I think, to kind of hide, because I didn't want to throw away the bacon. I wanted it to have some extra fat in there, because you need extra fat. And yeah, so anyways. So I added that. I added the mozzarella cheese, and so they was like, well, next time don't, maybe you should just put the bacon in it, like, I guess, like, chop it up, because the plan was I was going to chop it up and cook it in there, and cook it, chop it up, and then just add it to the meatloaf with the seasonings. And then, so what he said was, maybe next time just, put it in there, let it cook all together. And so yeah, so I know. I'm like, I made you a keto friendly meatloaf. He just looked at me like that. I'm like, I added bacon, I added the cheese. So yeah, so that was a pretty fun experiment. I don't know what happened. I guess I got distracted. I don't know, or I didn't lower the fire enough. So yeah, that was a really, really funny experience. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm definitely going to try again. And I'll let you guys know exactly how it goes this time around. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah, so I have a few things in the works. I'm actually looking into going into another college. As great as Ashford University is, there are just some drawbacks for me in the college within itself, and I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not happy with it. For me, maybe somebody else could be happy with it, but I'm taking liberal arts, and I'm only on my second class, and it's a computer class, and I'm not, and there's no way around it, and I'm not really happy with the electives. So I've been looking out. Well, actually, I've been doing some research and looking into different programs, and getting some stuff sent home to me so that I can take a look at different courses online, college stuff. I've been wanting to always finish my degree. That's just my life lesson. Well, not life lesson, my life, one of my life goals that I've decided that even in between all this mess, I'm going to try. Originally, the original plan was to go back to actual school, to take one class at a time. But I think that if that doesn't work out, that what I want to do is I'll look into some stuff online first, and then I'll look into going back. So we shall see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted. I'm going to try and make my first mini album. I'm going to see how over the weekend makes a couple of videos. So I didn't make one for February, so I decided to maybe make two. This one, I think I'm just gonna make a small little mini album. I'm not gonna do too crazy. Just something really quick and simple. I need a very easy project. The next one I think will be a gift mini album. So that's going to be coming up, and then yeah. So I think what's going on? So minis are definitely up on the menu. I'm definitely going to work in the pages this month of scrapbooking pages and stuff like that. I just gotta make sure my camera batteries are charged and get some time, since I'm not really doing anything in terms of like going out. We don't really go out per se, I guess, due to the fact that we're dealing with the teen. I just like calling him that every now and again. When he was younger, we used to call him the boy. Then when he got into his tween phase, I'm like the tween, and now, or my little man. He's always gonna be my little man, but yeah. So now he's the big man, or Mr. Dez. We've always called him that. There was a wrestler that he used to like, and he stopped watching wrestling. Oh. Anyways, he's no longer in the WWE. I think that he's in another wrestling forum. Anyway, he used to go by the name of Mr. Anderson, and his intro would be like, Mr. Anderson, and we would play around with Dez and be like, Mr. Dez. So yeah, so, and oddly enough, his first laugh came when we were doing, actually David was playing with him, and he was wiggling his shoulders and making him pretend like he was doing the 5-knuckle shuffle, and he did his first little giggle with that. So it's kind of sad that he no longer watches wrestling, but he does watch it on YouTube. Everything's YouTube now. So yeah, it's a little sad, but he watches on YouTube. Sometimes he likes to watch the old stuff. I don't know why, but anyways, so I guess I'm gonna give the keto another try. Just as an experiment. Hopefully I can get back motivated and get back things in the way they're supposed to be, and I'll keep you guys posted on things that I'm going to give a shot and see how it goes. And I'm really excited. I'm trying to be a little bit more positive. This morning made me feel a little bit more hopeful in terms of that, he saw that we were being a unified front, and that we made it work. And even though it was crazy and hectic, we got through it. And I think as a couple and as a family, we were better for it. So I'm really excited, and I'm just gonna take it one day at a time, and keep trying to push forward. And I'm really excited and nervous and worried. It's not just excitement. It's not just happy rainbows and fluffy clouds here. We are dealing with someone who is on the spectrum, dealing with hormonal changes. I'm wanting, for me, it's kind of a balance of mommy being a mom and being a wife, and then being me. So what that entails basically is just me is wanting to keep the balance of my weight so that my back, doesn't constantly hurt. Keeping the balance of my creativity, because I find that when I'm creative, it helps me with my depression. So, and having depression is not something that's easy to deal with it within yourself. And people are like, oh, just don't do this. It's not as simple. There's a lot. Each person. You may say, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and it may work for that person. Well, it may not work for me. So, and I understand that, when people say things, they mean it from their heart, but sometimes it's like you look at them and you're like, do you really know me and know that that may not work for me? And, so sometimes you just have to just say, nod your head and go, mm-hmm. Or sometimes you may, if it's a really, someone you could actually sit down and say, that won't work for me because of X, Y, and Z, because I know that they're coming from a good place, and it's just, because you don't want them to think, oh, you're not taking their advice because, they're not an expert or this, that, and the third or whatever, and you just don't want to hurt their feelings. That's the word, feelings. So basically, sometimes I do have to, say, hey, as great as that sounds, or sometimes I'm like, enlighten me, hit more stuff on me. How would you go about doing that? Because I'm not saying that everybody has ever given me all advice at all times. So, yeah. It had, taking care of myself in terms of being able to cope with just being in my own skin, coping with, the other things that I mentioned before. So being creative, and doing this podcast is also helpful and fun. It gives me a different outlet to talk about whatever it is that I want. Stuff like this, things that are just been vent up, and maybe somebody else is going through it as well. And if you guys, would like to talk about it, I would love to hear from you. I know that it isn't easy, but, I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist or a counselor, but, sometimes it helps, to let others know that you're not alone, and sometimes it helps me to prioritize and remember there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't feel that way, especially when you're going through the moment and you're up at like 4 or 5 in the morning crying, or dreading the fact that it's 6 o'clock in the morning and you're wondering, okay, what kind of mood is your son going to be? Are you going to get yelled at as soon as you go walking to the door? Yeah, that's happened, and that hurts me the most. You're passing the rooms to go to the restroom, just trying to wake yourself up so that you can start the day, and you're getting yelled at. So that's just the worst feeling in the world. And you didn't even say good morning. You're just walking by. You're not even, or sometimes you say good morning and you're all happy and you wake up in a good mood, and it's like, really? What did I do? Can I go back to bed? Oh my goodness, those are the worst. Seriously, those are the worst where you're in the best moods, and you're like, good morning, and Godzilla came to visit. Seriously, go away. Where's my Des? I think that it's I don't know, for me, I'm constantly trying to find that balance and that inner peace, and I know that a lot of us struggle with that, and it's just something you have to take one day at a time, and somehow grasp upon it, and in a healthy way. Sometimes we don't do things that are good for us, and I'm guilty of that, and I realize that, and I feel bad, and I'm like, okay, I have to stop doing this, and I gotta try this more and stuff like that. I gotta start, getting that guilt, that inner feeling of, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I did it. All right, gotta move on. Find a better outlet so that I can feel, that negativity or that guilt or that shame, just wipe it away and just say, okay, clean slate, so that's just me. That's just some things that run through my head, and like I'm starting to try every now and again the meditation. I'm starting, back up with the mixed media work and the YouTube videos and stuff like that, and just, we'll see how everything lands. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. It's not perfect, but it's my my creation, my sanctuary, my life, and you gotta grab it by the horns somehow. So anyway, guys, also I forgot to mention in the beginning of this podcast, because I want to end it on a huge positive note. I would like to say congratulations to Miss Lisa Morrow, my BFF, my sister from another mister. Congratulations, she just landed her dream job, and she's going to be moving again, so I get to visit another state. Yay! Actually, I'm a little sad because it's going to be different. Time zones are changing, this, that, and the third. But you know what? I am really happy for her because she's getting to do something that she loves, and she's proving herself in another role, and I just love it when she starts a new job, because it's like, yeah, that pumped up feeling, and it's just going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see. I always love when she takes photos. She is a wonderful photographer. I can't wait to see, her new surroundings, which is going to be awesome. And I know that she's going to be really happy, and so I am extremely proud for you, and I can't wait to visit. And wow. Congratulations. I knew you can get it, but still, you deserve it, and so much more. And I'm so excited for you, and I wish you all the best of luck in your new role. I know that you're going to be just amazing. You are always amazing, and so congrats. I'm so excited for her. Again, I would love to wish David a happy birthday. Happy birthday, my love. I'm so excited. I can't wait, to celebrate your birthday. Again, if you are a planner, do plan with me videos. If you are a store owner or, for planner items, a novice, a beginner, intermediate, expert, whatever, you like to work on planners, whether it's simple to the really, in detailed, kind of very detailed, or you like to, I noticed that they kind of do this thing where it's a theme type. Each month has a theme. If you do that, that'd be awesome as well. If you use one type, or you have multiple types of planners, I would love to hear from you. So I look forward to hearing from you. Again, the email address, if you also have any comments or questions for this episode or any episode, is Eileen at EileenLittleCrafter.com. If you want, comments or questions, also you can leave down below. Or you can always go to my website, which is EileenLittleCrafter.com. And there's a section there that says contact me. Also, I will be having another video up, either later within this week or next week, about the actual review, a visual review, my first impression of the holder that I was talking to you guys about in last week's episode, which was scrapbooking, the art of scrapbooking album or scrapbooking, yeah, part 2, that one. Oh my goodness, that was a tongueful. I always got that title wrong. On part 2, I just received my universal tablet holder, my universal phone holder, and the adapter grip. I got that in the mail from a place called Charger City. I bought that with my own money, and they didn't ask me to review, which I probably do need to leave a review, a rating for them on eBay. See, I'm just like, oh boy, I'm a hot mess. Anyway, so I'm gonna be doing a video, and it's actually really funny. During the video, and I'm gonna tell you this now, during the video, I could not get the universal tablet holder over my my outer case. I have an outer case for my iPad because I'm so scared to take my iPad out of that thing because I'm a klutz. And beforehand, after I finished the podcast, David and I we were fooling around with it, trying to take it out. We did, and then we realized that possibly, maybe, as he was looking at it, that possibly maybe we can put it over the case. He figured out how. He did it with me. He showed me how, and then I did it watching me. He said, yeah, and then you got to do this and that, kind of like hand over hand type deal. So I said, okay. So I go downstairs and I try it again. This was the only second time that I tried it, and it didn't work. So you guys watch the video and just, don't give me a thumbs down for that. Just, realize that this was only the second time that I tried it, and yeah, that was pretty funny. So I mean, it always happens. Something doesn't work, or something doesn't open, or something spills right in the middle as you're working on a video. It never fails. It's just, I'm not the only crafter that says this. Oh, great, I did it before, and now it doesn't want to. Really? Yeah, it's kind of the curse of the camera, I guess. But in any case, guys, it's just, it is a little funny. So again, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you have enjoyed today's podcast. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Or you can always email me. The email address is eileenthelittlecrafter.com. My website is eileenthelittlecrafter.com. And look forward to that Mixed Media Monday, which should be up on Wednesday, and with the blog post and all that good stuff. And look forward to those videos that I've mentioned before. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye for now.